Hello, YouTube. Welcome back to Loving Life and Being More Independent with Life with Tommy Cunningham. I'm your host, Tommy Cunningham, here to talk about his top 4 tips on using like different radio frequencies, like when you're inside a car or like this is the second video from the video yesterday that I made about using radio stuff inside a car. So we talked about the do stuff on that. Now what we are going to be talking about in this video is the don'ts. So probably like the first don't, it's to get your radio really loud and think people that you're kind of working in there. Because, for instance, I don't work inside a store. I don't work inside an airport. I don't work inside any of those places. Which, why in the world did they thought of that? And I don't know why. And then after that, when you guys are like carrying a radio scanner around or a walkie-talkie, I would recommend you guys just bring like a Bluetooth speaker with you and plug it into like your radio scanner, because like lots and lots and lots of different apps, like for instance the following: Scanner Radio, Radio Scanner, Broadcastify the app. Any of those would be the best apps to use, because sometimes those apps can give you like a little bit of intention on like your different radio frequencies, which I think like what can you use, like what kind of different areas can you look into. What's like also talking about today how my now 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 talking a little bit about the story that I'm making. I am excited about the story I'm making. The story is about a kid with bedwetting. He goes inside. His mom said, "I'm sorry, honey, but 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 I've been doing some drinking and like some different drugs, and I'm thinking about maybe putting inside Child Protective Services." And then after that, they tie him over, and then after that, the part I'm on is the part where he's checking in with his new staff. He's checking to make sure that different stuff is happening. So far today on the videos that I watched earlier this morning the latest Emma and Ellie video, and I thought that video was 100% good. Since we are at the halfway mark right now, all I just say is you guys please hit that subscribe button, ding that notification bell, so we can find out what would be your favorite thing to go look around, like at the different radio stuff. For instance, like a walkie-talkie, like a radio scanner, like for instance, like an AM FM radio, or like any other radios that you kind of use at work sometimes. So that right there is like the moment of truth, like when people start to use this stuff, and I think that's really interesting because at my very first job at Roll King, they used walkie talkies, and for once, I got to listen to it because I was on the right code, I was on the right bandwidth, and then once they turned their radios over to digital, and um, and then after that, because I was moving into a town called Bloomington, and I gotta tell you guys something. The people there in Bloomington are like so very nice. Um, there's this bus service there. If anybody with disabilities, I recommend you guys fill out an application, see if that goes through, and if it goes through, I would highly, and I mean highly, get it in. Because that would honestly help you guys out with all kinds with all kinds of different areas, okay? It's like also looking around like at the different radio stuff that I've listened to. You guys got, for instance, like the Baltimore area. They got some different radio communications there. They got, for instance, like the Baltimore County and the Baltimore City, which like another YouTuber already talked about this. He was from Bearcat Scanner, and I watched that complete video. I seen that that some of the radio traffic there in Baltimore County are encrypted. I understand why. So, like also, if you guys like radio traffic that I do, like for instance, like the police, public works, and sometimes the airports and stuff, I would highly, highly, highly recommend for you to go look around for like a good radio scanner, which would probably go help you guys out, which I probably think would be like a good idea. I think that would be really just really helpful. And luckily this morning I woke up at a reasonable time. I woke up at 9 o'clock, but at first I woke up at 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock to go take my meds, which luckily, luckily, luckily that came out at a really good time, and I finally got to relax a little bit today. Plus, I also feel really, really, really excited that Rural Transit is like really going to be helping me out a whole lot, which I feel 2 times excited. Plus, like also what's coming up, I think, which is really kind of nice. They they got, for instance, like different people that likes to use these radio traffic, like different people that doesn't, and I understand about the people that don't. Like, for instance, sometimes they're at the airport. You got people that wears radios, and I understand why they do. It's the people that is at the airport. They're doing the check-in process. They're deplaning the plane. They're putting some people on the runway. And then after that, you guys get ready to go take off. And that right there is where the pilot gets on his radio and say, like for instance, Amazon Bearcat Airlines 1470 departing for Mexico City on runway 23 right. And then after that they say, okay, you go here, then you go here. That's when they talk about the taxing. Now when they get up to the air, they got to get up to 15,000 feet, and that's where they can relax, that's where they can follow. But if you guys are in like the Louisville airspace, you got to climb and maintain 10,000. But that right there is a good thing, because there are like some really high buildings there. But they also try to get above the clouds, which I think that is really kind of neat too. Alright guys, just a little recap on this video, like what we talked about. We talked about a little bit about the don'ts of walkie-talkies, radio scanners, and that stuff. We also talked a little bit about the story that I'm making, and we're also talked a little bit about how airports work if you're like a pilot. Alright guys, that's it for today's video. If you guys liked it, make sure you guys give it a big thumbs up. And if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, ding that notification bell, and I will see you guys back tomorrow for another video. Remember, YouTube, always treat today as you're living life for today. Alright guys, that's it. Have a great day.